everything a person can do, and it's because of the environment. And with your question, what is the importance of the environment? Well, it's everything. So come on, let's explore and learn
Let
environment.
me in or let me go. Honestly, try honesty. No, just tell me what I want to hear, 'cause it could save us. Let me fly, I've got my hopes.
Before anything, let's first define what is environment. Is it your home where you lived, your school where you study, or your office where you work? Our environment is consist of air, water, and land. It consists of everything we see around. It is where people, animal, or plant lives and survives. Or simply says, environment is our surroundings. Our surroundings is made up of two components, the biotic and abiotic components. Biotic means pertaining to life. It can be described a living component that affects another organisms, or simply, biotic is the living things such as the animals, plants, and we, people. Abiotic components refers to all non-living things. These are the sunlight, water, land, or anything that don't have life. So with this knowledge we have about the biotic and abiotic components, we can now simply define environmental science. Environmental science is the study of the interaction of humans with the natural environment. Environmental science is also referred as an interdisciplinary field because it incorporated information and ideas from multiple disciplines. Within natural sciences, such fields as biology, chemistry, and geology are all included in environmental science. When people think of environmental science, they think of this natural science asset. But what makes environmental science such complex and broad field is that it also includes fields from social sciences and humanities, where in social science, it includes fields such as geography, economics, political science, and in humanities, it includes philosophy and ethics. These different fields that I have mentioned are all connected and are all part of the study in the environmental science. Our environment have different components to study, and our Earth is divided into three parts of components, namely atmosphere, lithosphere, and hydrosphere. This part of the environment mainly determines the type of the habitat or living conditions of the human population. Atmosphere is a thin blanket of gases and tiny particles, together called air. It creates winds, and all living things need air for life support. Without an atmosphere, Earth would likely be just another lifeless rock. Lithosphere is the solid outer part of the Earth. It is located below the atmosphere were the air that surrounds the planet. Hydrosphere is the total amount of water on a planet. The hydrosphere includes water that is on the surface of the planet, underground, and in the air. In our Earth, liquid water exists on the surface in the form of oceans, lakes, and rivers. It also exists below ground as groundwater and wells. With all these components of environment, life exists, and we people live through these components. Natural resources are resources that exist without any actions of humankind. These are created in nature and that are used and usable by humans. From its words, natural resources, which means that natural is obtained from nature, and resources, which means something useful. In atmosphere, we have sunlight, wind, and weather. We have also gases that is very essential for our life. The nitrogen, which provides atoms to build proteins and nucleic acids via the nitrogen cycle. The oxygen, which permits the production of ATP through cellular respiration to power life, and carbon dioxide, which provides the carbon for carbohydrate fuels and carbon skeletons to build like bodies. In lithosphere, which is a land component and useful for a man in agricultural activities and infrastructure. Our land also contains many important metal elements such as gold and iron. Same with the hydrosphere, which provide us water in different form, which is useful for drinking, washing, cleaning, for agriculture, and fisheries. So with these different natural resources, there are two types of these: the renewable natural resources and non-renewable resources. Renewable natural resources are resources that can replace naturally. This can be replenished and used again. Example for this are fresh water, forest, and wildlife. Non-renewable natural resources are resources that cannot be replaced after use. These are the minerals and fossil fuels. Natural resources are useful for existing, but because of the selfishness and greediness, people tend to destroy this. Environmental degradation is simply the destruction of ecosystems. It is both a driver and consequence of disasters, reducing the capacity of the environment to meet social and ecological needs.